I remember one time, I think I was talking to some of the leaders of this church. I told them, when you are planning to go to school, don't look on how long you're gonna finish that school. Enroll and start, and you will be surprised that 2 years will become short. 4 years is not that long. And when you accomplish that time, or when you reach that time of completion, you won't regret, because you started it not waiting for nothing. The only thing that will stop you on accomplishing or finishing something, when you start looking on how many years the course to finish. It's like reading a book. The book will probably this thick. You are just in first chapter and you're counting that there's 49 chapter more. If you think that way, you cannot completely be able to read that book. That's the difference between my first son and my last son. My first son, Christian, no time about this thick of book. He would just sit down and you'll be surprised. Sometimes in a day or 2 days, he can finish that book. But my son Clarence, you give him a book this much, he will just read the first chapter and he cannot finish it. Why? Because he keep on looking on how many more pages to read and end up sleeping next to his book. And when you saw him sleeping next to his book, he looked like his genius. You want him to sleep good? Tell him to read a book. And he will fall asleep. Could you imagine? Same kind of, let me say it this way. They came from one father and one mother. Live in one room. But look at their way of facing the book. It's totally different the way they approach the book. I don't know why. It's hard to explain. And me and my wife, we push all of them almost the same. But my brother and my sisters, what God gave to my firstborn, 24 hours a day, He gave it to my lastborn, 24 hours a day. But how you manage it, how you use your 24 hours a day. Those billionaires, millionaires, those rich people, do you think they were given more than what you had? As far as time is concerned, I don't think so. They got the same number of hours every day. That's why goals help us to stay focused. And it will motivate each and every one of us. These goals, we have to set up goals. We have to set up goals. What you gonna do? One time, I was visiting my friend. And his parents came. My friend lived with his sister. And when their parents arrived, they gave both of them $18,000. The sister and my friend. $18,000. 1984, that's a lot of money. So my friend bought a Porsche, a race car, and his sister bought a house. Guess what happened? Right now, his sister has 3 houses, and my friend is still don't have a house, and the car that he bought is not running anymore. Both of them were given the same amount. I'm giving you an example based on the 24 hours example that I gave you earlier. Is how you will invest the money, the time. And every one of us were given almost the same kind of energy from the youngest time to the oldest, until you got, probably some got sick. But how you will manage this goal will help us to focus, to motivate ourselves. Goal setting forces us to stretch and move from mediocrity to excellence. Many people, they are satisfied by becoming just a simple people. Simple as they want. Oh, I just want to be like this. Don't change my mind. I'm born like this, and that's it. That's why when the other people arrive with a higher goal in life, to them, that person is so arrogant, so boastful on what they have. But the truth of the matter is this: that person just established or set a higher goal than the others. Because some people are just satisfied with a life that is very simple. They don't want to go higher than that. One time I was asking one of my friends to go there and to go and to